A slightly longer one today, I think, on VAT and registration for VAT. So the question I get asked from clients quite often is, well, why would I register for VAT ahead of when I need to register for VAT? And so what I tend to do is I explain it in a couple of steps in a couple of ways. Number one, if you're running your business and business is busy, decisions every day, every week, challenges, issues happening, things coming out of the woodwork, which blindside us. So what you don't want to do is end up very close to the VAT registration threshold and suddenly find that you are busy or challenged by work or other issues and you forget completely about the threshold, and then you go over it, in which case then you need to go back and rectify it by charging the VAT you didn't charge and perhaps get some penalties or charges. So that's what can happen if you don't register ahead of time. But the other point to bear in mind is if you're going to breach the threshold anyway, and you've got VATable costs that you're incurring anyway, then register as soon as possible, almost immediately when you set up your limited company or you start your business, and then you can claim back the VAT. You can then charge your VAT to your customers anyway, and then you don't need to worry about, am I getting close to threshold, which invoice in particular would send me across the threshold, and when does that date kick in when I then need to make sure that I'm registered and charging everybody else in the future after that date. And the other reason I say for clients to bear in mind is if you're dealing with clients who are broadly going to be VAT registered anyway, and you don't want to be pigeonholed as being a small business, because if you are below the VAT threshold, then your customers, potential customers, know exactly what size of a business you are through the lack of a VAT number. So from a purely marketing point of view, you may want to register for VAT, so therefore potential customers or customers may guess that you're a small business and below a certain level of activity, but they can't be certain because you've got a VAT number, you've got a company in many respects, and then you can talk about your partners, your staff, your freelance, and they won't really know the difference in terms of what that means as to the size of your business. If that's important to you, then why not just get it done, and then you've dealt with the compliance side of things, and then you've also used it as a marketing tool as well to run and get in front of the right clients for your business.